It was Sam, y'all. Sam, the one that told that Bobby was sleeping with Simone. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review live for Chess for Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 6, Episode 1. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, we back, y'all. We back. Look, it's been gone so long, I had forgot what happened. I forgot what was going on between Bobby and Sam, because they were standing up there arguing and stuff, and I was like, when they start arguing? Then I thought about it. I was like, oh. But I said the crazy thing is, Priscilla didn't even sleep with Bobby. She didn't even sleep with Bobby, and Sam over here acting how he acting. But yeah, okay, let's talk about it. I said, okay, these folks so doggone dysfunctional. I said, they over here telling each other business, who's sleeping with who, and all this other stuff. First, you got Eli at the beginning of the episode. He over here I'm about to say on stuck. He over here on pause. He in shock and stuff. Then not Priscilla, what's her name? Victoria gonna say, basically Eli is not presidential material or whatever. First, you got him standing up there, not doing dilly freaking squat. Everybody else around him telling him what to do, telling everybody else what to do. Then at the end of the episode, these folks over here going back and forth or whatever. Bobby telling business. Sam started it. He over here telling business or whatever. Then he ends up saying that Bobby was sleeping with Simone. I said, how you knew that? I said, well, it's their job to literally know. But they do say on the synopsis that Victoria's supposed to get the evidence, the video evidence or whatever, to basically make Eli see that Simone told the story. So I'm guessing Simone's supposed to say something to clear her name. But I said not too much happened on this episode, but that's to be expected because this is episode 1. Okay, y'all, so let's talk about it. So basically, it's the continuation of the previous seasons, season 5 or whatever. Jason, look, they done rolled Hunter back into the room. Agent Isaac, I found out his name, y'all. I found out his name. Agent Isaac was basically telling him he need to get checked out. And he was saying, you know, that's not my blood. That's somebody else's blood or whatever. And then Jason just kept talking about the doggone, that was amazing. That was so amazing. Kept on I was about to say the whole episode. But the first part of the episode, that's what they was talking about everything that happened. He was saying he liked it, that basically. But yeah, Hunter ends up telling Jason that he's with him or whatever. So it looked like they're going to be on good terms. Or he just going to use Hunter. But they ended up going back out there where everybody was at or whatever. So they make sure everybody okay. Why Eli run over to to Victoria. And Simone noticed. He was like, I don't know. And all this other. You knew well enough. You may not. Look, the crazy thing is he knew. He told my son what he didn't know or whatever. That was crazy. Everything that went on. But you knew to check on Victoria, didn't you? You knew to check on her. She already up there talking about how you not presidential material or whatever. I mean, he ain't, because he just still stuck or whatever. Also, did y'all see the trailer for this season? It was a scene, I think Victoria, I don't know if that was Victoria. Look, I be getting them confused. Victoria and Simone. Somebody was right there. I think Eli was right there. Then it's like, I don't want to say explosion or something. But did y'all see that? Was that from last season or what? But yeah, that's what they showed. But yeah, Simone seen Eli run to Victoria to check on her first. And he was like, oh, trying to act like he didn't know nothing about nothing. You knew what you was doing to check on her. And she over here saying what she's saying. But Eli was just standing there. Everybody was trying to talk to him and everything. He just standing there or whatever. So Max and Bobby was whispering. They talking about some, if Eli can't handle this, how's he gonna basically run the whole country? And I was like, exactly. But I was about to say, I will say, later in the episode, Donald did say I know he's just playing it off, but he ends up telling Eli this was his first time and everything. And I brought that up to say this. I said, give Eli a chance. If he stick around these folks long enough, he definitely gonna know how to act next time, because there definitely gonna be a next time. But Hunter ends up asking Jason to basically teach the agents how to get in and out through the tunnel or whatever, because, you know, he be slipping out and nobody be paying no doggone attention to him. And he was like, no, whatever. And Hunter was like, I need this or whatever. I need you to do this or whatever. And he started saying no. And then he finally ends up saying why. His so sick still talking about the doggone, he stashed some things in the tunnel or whatever. And I was like, what he stashed? Look, at first I was about to say, did he stash Jean's body? And I forgot that they had said, then they set her and her boyfriend up. Set her boyfriend up. Then they put her in his room or something like that. I forgot what happened, y'all. I really forgot. But yeah, he over here, he kept telling him no, whatever. But he eventually said, okay. But the way he said it, it's like he looking forward to these folks seeing his stash or whatever. I think one of the things they was talking about after everything that happened, I think they said something about cutting the phone lines because they didn't want nobody to find out what happened or whatever. They was talking about whether or not somebody gonna find out. I said if they don't find out, because not only that, I know everybody there was still at the White House, but don't they supposed to have overnight staff or something like that? But they ended up sending Simone and Victoria. Well, Victoria, I think she volunteered herself to go up there. I said, if you the first lady, why you ain't over there with Hunter? Why is you acting like you the first lady? But yeah, they ended up going into the room. I think they went into the Oval together or whatever. It was Simone, it was Eli, and it was Victoria. Why Victoria done got her tail up and sat beside Eli, touching all on him and stuff, and trying to act like she just trying to talk to him or whatever. And I said, oh, Simone, she over here trying you. She done went sat by this man and all touching on him and stuff. I said, the nerve, the audacity. But basically, Victoria ends up telling Eli that maybe he should let look, she don't seen now. She said maybe he should let Donald handle everything or whatever. He's like, yeah, and all this other stuff. He's still in shock. He's still in shock or whatever. But he got up. I forgot why he got up. I think he went to look for Donald. But yeah, he ends up going to look for Donna or whatever. And he left these folks alone. And I said, why they leave these two women alone? But they start going back and forth or whatever. Victoria taking shots at her. She taking shots at Victoria or whatever. Then she ends up saying, the strangest thing happened. And she gonna sit up here and bring up the fact that Eli ran to her first to check on her. And she was like, no, I mean your son or whatever. I said, I thought they said, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing it up. I thought they said that Simone was the one that ordered to have Jason removed or something like that. Who did they say ordered to have him removed? Was it Sam? But Eli ends up finding Donald, and Donald basically told him, he got everything under control. He gonna handle everything. And then he said, he thinks that he could talk to Hunter because it's two things that Hunter, the same thing Victoria said. It's two things that Hunter can't last without, and it's women and substances. What I say? I said they really been running the whole little country or whatever by themselves because he been stuck on substances and he been stuck on doggone women. Then you got Dale over here. I said, these folks, what? If you over here, you don't seen what these people capable of. You don't seen, I think, did Kareem ever tell them that they hacked his phone? I think it was Kareem, or was it Barry? It might have been, I think it was Kareem, though. But why would you call him? It looked like it was at the White House. Was it at the White House, the White House phone? If I'm not mistaken, whatever phone he called. And I said, why would you call between him calling Allen at the doggone White House, talking about something, I got something to tell you and all this other stuff, and Priscilla and what's his name, Richard. I said, if y'all know what these folks capable of, why you talking in public? What? They over here talking about in the kitchen, talking about some doggone, we was planning here to protect the White House or whatever they said. And I said, okay, y'all gonna get caught slipping. But yeah, Dale ends up calling Alan or whatever. He kept telling, he was like, why would you call here or whatever? We can't talk on the phone or whatever. He just still, I said, look, I think, but it looked like he was gonna be at what's his name, Allen's place though. Look like somebody gonna be trying to grab Dale. I don't know if that's gonna be Cal or what, but look like somebody gonna be trying to grab him, but we'll see. But yeah, Dale calls Allen. That's when Cal walks in and he been listening to their conversation. He like, what's going on here? He still think that Allen and Dale got something. Okay, I don't know. Do y'all think he really think that Dale and Allen got something going on? Or do y'all think he suspects something else going on? I feel like it's both. I feel like he know. Because then he been watching this whole time, listening and whatever. I said he probably know more than he letting on. But Dale ends up getting off the phone. And that's when Cal and Allen was going back and forth or whatever. But yeah, they was going back and forth. And that's when Donald came in asking them what's going on. They was like, nothing or whatever. They was like, nothing. And I said, didn't Donald tell Cal to stay away from Allen? Or told Allen to stay away from him? Or both? Not Allen. I keep getting these folks' names mixed up. Dale. I said, yeah, Donald, your man over here freaking out. I say your man over here freaking out by the time you show up. But he ends up saying once he get that situation handled or whatever, he gonna figure out what's going on. Because Alan was like, I got it, and all this. And Donald was trying to tell him, you don't got Cal. Then you got Priscilla over here. She was talking to Richard, basically. That's what I was talking about. And I said, these folks don't think, why are you talking in public about Hunter and everything that's going on and the fact that y'all was planted there? Make it make sense. But yeah, she ends up telling Richard that she wants to talk to Hunter, talking about some, I think he'll listen to me or whatever. She did say, I think at the end of the episode, she was like, okay, why is it that, they was doing all this shooting and nobody got hurt except the agents, them other agents or whatever? Nobody got hurt or whatever. If they really wanted to take somebody out, they would have. And then I forgot that the what they call the mercenary, look, I don't know what they call, the people that's shooting for Hunter. I forgot that they was still upstairs, because then when they showed the end of the episode where Priscilla was walking up the steps or whatever, they had all them red dots up on her. She told me, it's just me or whatever. I said, girl, you playing a dangerous game. I said, what happens if he figures out that you trying to play him? But yeah, she was telling Richard that she thinks that he'll listen to her or whatever. And he was telling, well, first she said that she want to talk to Eli first to tell that she wants to talk to Hunter, and then she gonna go talk to Hunter. So Richard was telling her, I don't think that's a good idea or whatever. And she like, yeah, I could do it. I can handle it and everything. Everybody keep telling her not to do it. But based on the synopsis, the first what? Not the first, because this was the first episode. Episode 2 through 4. It talks about her trying to talk to Hunter and get him to see that he need to leave. But Victoria ends up talking to Donna or whatever about Eli, and they both agree that he's not presidential material. So Donna was like, you don't want to put him in charge or whatever. But then she was like, she tried to leave from that conversation. She started talking about they need to get Hunter from upstairs or whatever. I said, you still gonna have him in office if he don't know what he doing? Then you got Dale over here. So he starts about Nancy's place or whatever, talking about some he need a place to stay. So she lets him stay there. And I was like, okay, was he getting grabbed from Alan's place or from Richard and them place or what? Cause I think they did show, I think Sam was the one running into the house with a weapon or whatever. I don't know if he was going into his house or Richard and them house, but he was going into a house. But yeah, Dale ends up asking Nancy for a place to stay. She lets him in. They end up talking about Barry. She ends up telling Dale that Barry is dead or whatever, and she was just confiding in him about everything that's going on. The fact that Richard wants a divorce. She ends up asking him if he's heard from Sharon, and he over here acting so suspicious. And she picks up on it. She was asking if he knows where Sharon is, says to call Kareem. He was like, I don't know what either one. Look, he said he gonna stay out of it. He's like, I don't know what either one of them at. I heard now, I don't know how true it is, that Sharon's supposed to be back this season, y'all. And this the part that I wrote down that I forgot what Bobby and Sam was beefing over. And I was like, what they beefing over again? But then they said Priscilla. They was like, Priscilla at the door, whatever, she want to talk to him. And I was like, oh, I remember now. So she ends up coming in talking about she want to talk to him alone. And then he asked her again what she wants. She was like, she got an idea. She basically wants to talk to Hunter. And first Sam was like, no. Then Bobby was like, no. And they both was like, no. They started going back and forth or whatever about the fact that she's not going up there. It's too dangerous and all this stuff. And Sam kept saying no. And then they started going back and forth. And I was like, y'all focus on the wrong thing. And she was like, she want to go up there because he trusts her. And even Victoria was like, she basically said that ain't true or whatever. So Victoria and Priscilla started going back and forth. Then Sam and Bobby started again. And I was like, and he studied Eli over here, y'all stop it or whatever. I said, see, this is the second time you over here. You supposed to be a president. Your word is supposed to be, what's it called? Your word is supposed to stick. I said it. You supposed to tell these folks stop because you they employer or whatever. You supposed to tell them to stop, and they supposed to stop. He started talking about y'all stop or whatever. They ain't listening. They going back and forth or whatever. Then Sam get to snitching. He get to snitching. I don't know what he said first. I think he was saying something about Bobby sleeping with folks' wife or something like that. I don't know who called who out first. I think he mentioned something about the first lady, and that's when Bobby was like, he was like, I never slept with Victoria. And he was like, I'm not talking about Victoria. And Eli made that face. I said, Sam, you snitch, you. But yeah, I wrote down, I said, these folks so dysfunctional. Everybody over here arguing. Meanwhile, the man upstairs, is he upstairs or downstairs? I think he upstairs. He over here got these folks, I can't say the word, I almost said it. He over here got these folks up here trying to take folks out and stuff. And y'all arguing about who slept with who. This just like on Sisters, where they over here about to kiss and stuff, and she being accused of murder. Talking about Andy or whatever. But yeah, they still going back and forth or whatever. But when he said that about the first lady, what he said, did he actually say Simone's name? I think he did or whatever. And look like Eli's supposed to be asking on next week's episode if it's true or whatever. But based on the synopsis, she gonna make up some type of story, and that's when Victoria's supposed to show a video that proves that she made up a story. I said, y'all two snitches together. I said, Sam doing all this, and these folks ain't even slept together. Now, he does have a right to be upset because of the fact that that's still his wife. That's still his wife. But the fact that he acting how he act, it make you think that, oh, she really slept with somebody. She went on a date? I don't even know if she finished the date. I think they went upstairs to a hotel or something, and she couldn't go through with it. I said, man, hopefully by the end of the season, they either work things out or get a divorce. And I said the crazy part about it is Sam and Eli alike. Both of y'all condition, but y'all can't take it? Really? And we don't even know how long. Well, we do, because I think they said since he was the governor or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking about the has and have not. I just know it's been a long time since Victoria and Eli have been sleeping together. Since they've been sleeping together or whatever. So I was like, they alike. Because both of y'all over here having, well, I say Simone actually did sleep with Bobby. But Priscilla didn't. And I was like, y'all over here acting a fool. You seen how he acted? He jumped up or whatever, making that face. He always making this confused face where he raising his eyebrows stuff. And I said, nah, sit back down. Get the who you was just checking on, Victoria? I said, yeah, but she's supposed to make up some type of story, y'all. But that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the night and be safe.